Merry Christmas! I love Christmas. I just have to wait to celebrate until after Thanksgiving. So now, it's Christmas time! I would have loved to create a Christmas version of the theme song as a grand holiday Christmas present to all of you. Instead, I got laryngitis. I hope you all imagined Merry Jingle Bells as that intro played. Before we get into deep conversation with our next guest, I'd like to avoid any possible confusion and clarify his name. It is not Pierce, nor is it Tears, but it is Tierce. So like Pierce, but with a T, or Tears, but without a Z. Glad that's cleared up. Oh, also his last name is Carmody, which is like comedy, but a lot more lucky and a lot less funny. Now that we know his name, let's meet the son of a gun. Filming, recording, clapping, opening, unlocking, hiding, reading, starting. Tears, you really are a magnificent human being.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to start this off in the right direction.
I appreciate it.
You get out what you put in and all that.
Of course.
You are currently a college student pursuing a degree in theater.
I am.
That was not a question. That was just a fact.
That is true. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so now it's probably a good idea for me to let you speak at some point during this interview. One of your specialties is on the tech side of show business, which we haven't touched on very much in this podcast, lighting design.
Yes.
All right? Since we've had a very brief introduction to who you are personally, we're going to skip over that for the time being and go straight to tell us a little bit about lighting design. Just a very basic description of what a lighting designer does.
Oh, lighting design. Well, what we do is we essentially draw up a light plot that shows, it's essentially a map of where the lights are going to go. Then we put the lights where they need to go. And then we use this thing called the board and program the lights to turn on and off when we want them to.
So you're like a light switch guy.
Yeah. I essentially have a whole bunch of light switches. That's
So why do you need a degree for that?
because sometimes some of the lights have more advanced light switches. And
so they take more muscle to turn
Yeah.
on.
You
gotta
gotta
flip the
really,
switch.
ooh, like deadlift it. Yeah.
Okay, so you work out a lot. That's what your degree is, mainly getting robust.
Yes. More buff so that I can flip the heavier switches.
Okay, well, that's really cool. Maybe I should have gotten a degree in lighting design.
Yeah.
Although, technically, my degree did also include lighting design, so I'm making fun of you for no reason.
Yeah.
Now, what brings about your passion for lighting design?
Well, lighting design can completely change the way that a scene looks. You can affect time of day. You can affect whether it looks dreamy or very sharp. It can completely change the look and tone of a scene just with a few lights over here, a few lights over there, softening this one, changing this color over here. It can change how the show is interpreted and how it looks. And I just think that's really special.
That is special. One thing I was doing recently for my master's work was coming up with a light plot for a certain show. And there's a scene or two where I used the lighting to create something a character is saying and showing that it's a lie. So you can tell just by the lighting that the character's lying.
Yeah.
Which if they're just standing there in the middle of the scene, you wouldn't know. But the way the lighting shifts to show them, the way the colors change, you can tell the character's lying.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very interesting what lighting can do.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
What are some, especially ones that you've maybe encountered, some challenges when it comes to lighting?
Oh, some challenges when it comes to lighting. Well,
That was the question, yes. Good job.
Thank you. I'm very good at remembering things. Finding enough people to help you hang up the lights, because it's difficult managing that many lights by yourself. I would definitely say
The working out didn't do enough.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so much about muscle strength because I definitely got that, but it's more about just having enough hands to carry everything around. You know,
You've only got
you're almost there. Yeah.
2.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
With 2 hands.
With 2 hands. Yeah. That's a challenge. Having a good inventory of all the different lights that you have and figuring out which lights are best used where. Because when it comes to lights that are essentially above the audience, we call the slot lights. You have to use this special kind of light called a source 4 because they kind of cast light way further than something like a par, which you would put above the stage.
Now, Tierce, I didn't say to bore everyone.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But just some of those different challenges of like figuring out which lights are best used where. Also, figuring out what the mood of the scene is, because that completely changes what kind of lights you want to use and how you want to use them.
Let's say I'm lying sad and alone inside a jail cell, yet a bird appears at the window.
A bird appears at the window.
What lighting would you use for that scene? What mood would fit that scene?
I would specifically use essentially one light. Well, not one light. Probably about
He's
2
already lied.
I've already lied. Yes, that is true. I would use backlight so that you kind of have a glow about you. But for the most part, I would have 2 lights, like a main light and a fill light, on a singular point, very soft, so it feels like the darkness outside of that just goes on forever, building up that feeling of isolation. And then, whenever the bird appears, I would have a very soft, almost daylight kind of glow on that and bring out some like softer blues.
I like that you picked up the bird as a metaphor for hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I didn't even say that. He's a real thinker. This one. Now, you've spoken about some of your challenges. What would
Yes.
be your favorite part of lighting? The process or just the concept, whichever. What's your favorite part of it?
Definitely the programming part, because once you've gotten everything drawn up and you've got everything hung up, then you just get to sit back and make magic happen. That's the best part, because you have all the lights in place, you can also use intelligent lighting to just like, I want a little bit more over here and a little bit more over there. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's just magical.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is very fun. I had a chance to program, many different things, but one I particularly enjoyed was lighting for a scene from Chicago when Velma takes the stand.
Yeah.
And I had so much fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
The Colorados and just all the different lights. Again, I'm not going to fall into Tears' trap and bore you with all the specific
I'm sorry.
light titles.
I get very specific with things.
Come on, you can't be specific on a podcast about specifics.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
But I really enjoyed making that the spectacle that it needed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, standing up there on the board. Of course, I had to program it 3 times because people wrote over my cues twice. But
Oh, I've had that happen.
maybe it was better the 3rd time than the 1st time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Third time's the charm. That's what they say.
Although you have spent some time in the tech booth,
Yes.
you are also no stranger to the stage side of theater.
Oh, of course.
No, you and I have actually been in quite a few shows together, from Beauty and the Beast to Arsenic and Old Lace. But but quite a few years ago now, we both debuted an original play called Of Prophets and Fools.
Yes.
And might I say, you were the favorite part of that show. The audience absolutely loved you.
No.
Now, I was a narrator and best friend character of the main character, but you were the favorite. So you want to tell a little bit about what your character in that show was?
Yes. So I played this character named Mayor Newton. And he was this old man that was the mayor of Joplin. He had a hunch, and he kind of talked like this and waddled around everywhere. I think he really represented, like, the heart of the city of Joplin. He was the everyman in that town. But he's also kind of, at the same time, a bumbling fool when it comes to certain things. But especially at the end, before he didn't know which way to turn. He was kind of stuck in the middle between Horace, the main character, and the Reverend, the antagonist. But at the end, he has this really cool like stand that he takes against the Reverend. That I think that's my favorite part of the show. As much as I loved being this silly, goofy old guy, that was the moment that I was like, yes, this is why I played this character.
Yeah. Well, the audience sure loved it. When your little silhouette would shuffle on stage, the whole audience started to cheer.
Yeah.
Before the lights even came up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I just walk and people would start clapping. It's like, I haven't done anything yet. I'm just walking, man.
Well, it means that they were very invested.
I guess so.
Now, do you have any other memories from the show Prophets and Fools that you'd care to share?
I remember that being a very busy semester. And so one thing that I would do is I would obviously get in costume, I'd get in makeup. I had about like 30 minutes from the beginning of the show to when I entered for the first time. So I was just sitting backstage doing nothing. And there was a very lovely bench that was back there that I would just kind of lay down and take a nap for about half an hour.
Just a very lovely bench.
A very lovely nap. And people would be running around me, and I never once missed a cue, but I would just take a nap back there. Just kind of rest. Yeah.
Well, good for you. Keeping your health up in the world of theater. It's not easy.
No.
Interesting choice to nap during a show, but I'm sure you're not alone.
I'm sure not. Yeah.
More recently, you and I performed in Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yes.
As Mortimer and Officer O'Hara.
Indeed.
Do you have any favorite memories from your time in that show?
Oh. Well, one thing that I will remember very fondly is working with our director for that show, Josh Williams.
Yes, he actually also wrote of Prophets and Fools.
He did. Yeah. We call him Sensei on campus. And so what he did for Arsenic and Old Lace, and I will praise him to high heavens for this to the end of time. It's something that I stole whenever I became a director this semester. What he did is he took this about 100-page show.
It's a 3-act play.
3-act play. Sure. He blocked the whole thing in a week. And that blew my mind. I'd never seen that before. I've been doing theater for 6 years. And I've never seen a show that has been blocked more than like a couple pages at a time. But he would do it in like 30-page sections a night, make sure that we got all the blocking, and we'd run it in the same night a couple times. 30 pages worth. It was incredible. And so that allowed us about a month and a half.
Yes.
Once we got that done, to work on lines, make sure that we had the blocking very much down, and then also work on our characters then.
His character direction was amazing.
Incredible.
Yes, he worked on getting the most out of every line, having our character understand what was going on, working together with us to create a big picture for our character.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been as immersed in a character as I was in Mortimer in that show.
I was the same, because one thing that I did whenever I was initially auditioning, my plan was to try to audition for Teddy. I'm a Teddy and he's a Teddy, and I thought it would be funny. And so from like the beginning of December, maybe like even late November, I'd been growing this big old bushy beard for that, because I thought he's got to have a big old bushy beard. I did not end up getting Teddy, but I got Officer O'Hara, which ended up being a wonderful blessing.
Oh, yeah.
One thing that I thought I could do is like, hey, I could just shave off the majority of my beard and then leave this big old bushy mustache. So I was this Brooklyn cop with this big old caterpillar on my face. Oh, that was so much fun.
Mr. Lorax.
Oh, come on. Don't call me that.
He speaks for the trees.
Oh, no.
He's the bee's knees.
And the bee's knees.
my favorite memories from the show was when you played a bit part earlier in the show, Mr. Gibbs.
Mr. Gibbs.
This is when Mortimer has just recently discovered that his ants are poisoning lonely old men.
Yes.
And Mr. Gibbs has just shown up, and Mortimer realizes they're trying to poison him with the wine, and he picks up the wine glass, and Mortimer, in that moment, is unable to formulate any clear words or thoughts, and just through sheer gesticulation and noise tries to force Mr. Gibbs out of the house. And you, the shock on your face, you didn't know your character didn't know what was happening as I
Now, he just normally does this, so I had to figure out how to be shocked by that.
how to be shocked by something that is not shocking.
Yeah. But also just figuring out, because I'm not an old man, if you didn't notice, so figuring out the walk and the talk of Mr. Gibbs while still making him very distinct from Officer O'Hara, that was a fun thing. And then also figuring out how to fall safely.
Yes, he would trip over his cane, trip over the little rise in the stairs.
Yeah. The first time I got it right, people like ran over to me and was like, "Are you alright? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. I do this all the time.
It's called acting.
It's my job." I think that was probably one of the funniest 30 seconds I've ever experienced in that show.
Yeah.
Just as I'm flailing about, because you're not going fast enough for me to actually chase you.
Yeah, I'm like
so I'm
hobbling.
flailing about. I'm looking back at the ants and just. It was great.
It was so fun.
I had a lot of fun with that. A lot of fun. Now, you and I have been a comedic duo several times before.
We have.
In fact, one of the earlier times, we were Abbott and Costello.
Yes.
I had actually pitched one of their classic sketches to a variety show that was going on. And originally the director said, no, I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll read. So I came back with schematics, with a plan of how it would work out. I said, this is how it'll run, this is where it'll sit on stage, and this is how I think it'll read very well. And he goes, oh yeah, that might work. Yeah.
Sounds just
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. I see. Yeah. So we did, and it actually turned out to be one of the most successful acts in the show.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. I was in probably 7 or 8, at least, acts in that show.
So many.
And when I was out in the lobby and people would come out and talk after the show, they all mentioned that one. That was their favorite, it seemed. It was also one of the first time that you and I swapped the norm, because I was the comedic character and you were the heavy, you were the serious character, when usually before that you had been the comedic or goofy character and I was the annoyed or serious character.
As you normally are. Yeah.
Usually. I'm just a very serious person.
Oh, of course.
We've covered this several times. But I think it proved that we can both do both dynamics quite well.
I agree.
Tears, I think it would be very interesting if you and I were to recreate that scene so many years later.
It would. Yeah.
So that's what we did. Here it is.
Bob. Can I call you Bob? Bob. Here is the problem. I only gotta sell 28 vacuums a week to be able to get into the black. I already got 7 vacuum salesmen to do it.
Seven vacuum salesmen, 28 vacuums a week?
Uh-huh.
Means they gotta sell 13 vacuums a piece. Now that's a lot of vacuums.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they
it's
can handle
not
all
like-
that.
Well, no. 7 times 13 doesn't equal 28.
What?
7 times 4 equals 28.
No, 7 times 13 equals 28.
No, 7 times 4 equals 28.
7 times 13, I'm very sure of this.
Did you go to school, stupid?
Yes, sir. Came out the same way.
Come here.
What?
Come here. So you're telling me that 7 times 13 equals 28.
Yeah, yes, sir, it does.
Prove it.
Okay.
Prove it right here.
What did the board
right
have
now.
to you?
All right.
Okay, we're gonna start with division. All right. So we got 28. Oh, thank you, sir. So we got 28 right here. And here we got a 7 as division works.
That's how it works.
7 goes into 2.
Nonce.
7
Not
doesn't go
a
into
one.
2. That's right. So we're gonna take that 2 down here. Because we're gonna use it later. That's a cute little 2.
Adorable.
All right, now 7 goes into 8.
Once.
1 time. That's right. We're gonna put that one over here. Now bring down the 7. 8 minus 7.
It's 1.
So 1 right there. That's good. Now a minute ago, we didn't use that little 2.
What you gonna
So we're gonna
do?
take it from here. We're gonna put it right here.
Great.
7 goes into 21.
3
3
times.
times. That's right. So 7 times 13 equals 28.
Yeah, wait. What? No! No! No, 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 no. What's wrong with your figuring, boy?
I figured good.
We're gonna try something else. Multiplication.
Multiplication.
Never
All right
fails.
then. All right, so we got a
13
Uh-huh.
times
That's a
7.
plus. We're gonna take
It's
that.
a plus, yes.
7.
Times
Very
7,
good. All right,
yes.
So 3 times 7?
It's 21.
1. That's right. Now 1 times 7?
It's 7.
Now even you can do this. What's 21 plus 7?
It's 28.
28. There you go. See, you're on the same page.
No! No! No!
I don't.
We're gonna try one last thing.
Okay.
Addition.
Okay. All right.
So what you're gonna do?
That'll add up.
Put 13 up there 7 times.
7 times. Very good. Sir. All right. Got 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Woo-hoo. Okay. All right. Just like it's a big carpenter tour, we almost ran out of space. All right. So we got.
So,
Yeah.
you're saying all of this together is gonna add up to 28.
Yes, sir. Sure is. I've been telling you this all day.
I'll tell you what. If it does, then you got a job.
Well, thank you, sir. 3, 6, 9.
Ah. I can do this.
Okay.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
You're hired.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you on Monday.
What did you think of that, Tears?
It was gorgeous. Yes, it was wonderful.
You just think you looked gorgeous.
Oh, yes. I always
Which
look
you're
gorgeous.
not wrong. You did. One of the things that happened while recording that, we had originally done the first bit in a different setting.
Yes.
But it was in a classroom because we went to a campus to do it. And the class came in as we were recording the scene.
Yes.
I had my feet up on the table and we're like, oh, you have a class in here?
Yeah. They gave us the weirdest look.
They were
There was
like-
just that guy who was like...
I mean,
Let's
let's be honest. Most people aren't used to whimsy. So
I guess. Yeah.
they like routine and structure, and we are not routine or structure. I mean,
No.
I'm pretty structured, but not in a routine sort of way. You have mentioned to me before that you kind of have a passion for character work, and that definitely shows in the roles that we've talked about so far.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me just a little bit about your process for character work.
But not yet. We cannot expect an audience to continue listening through a conversation of that length without at least a week in between. Now that we're halfway through this season and also just 4 weeks away from a new year, I'm going to take just a second and breathe. All right, that's all the time I get. I'm off to edit next week's continuation of our special conversation with Tears, so be sure to join us then.